When there's an injustice against you or someone you love or someone you believe in, stand up. Don't sit down on them, if they need you.
Welcome to Popcorn Planet's Pop Culture Justice. We're live every day here on YouTube, and I'm so happy to be with you on a Monday. It's Monday. I never know what day of the week it is these days. I just live in my house. And I'm so happy, though, that I'm joined by two of my friends, Jody of Jody's Corner and Vito Gesualdi. What's up, fellas?
How you been,
so good
buddy?
to be here. What's up, everybody?
So good. Usually we got Kim and Steph. They're both busy today, so no worries. We're gonna
Boys Club
today. Woo woo woo! So excited to have you both as we break down some updates. Look, I'm trying to pivot away from this topic. I'm not hiding that. There's not only so much I can talk about that woman whose name I don't really want to say. Starts with an A, ends with an but. The stuff I can't deny is when the media continues to protect and spin this narrative that fans of hers are the victims. And today we have some really shocking news that dropped that I just had to respond to, along with a video I saw from that umbrella guy where they doxed him. They're literally calling 911 on him for nonsense.
Oh,
and
my God.
I just want to set the record clear, and I want to make sure we're talking about it, supporting him, as well as exposing this mainstream media nonsense and these crazy people putting out the false stuff. So I don't know if you guys have followed any of these updates, Jody or Vito, but happy to break it down with you, and I'm happy to get your reactions as we go. But let's just get straight to this, and let's break down the latest in what's happening today, because over the weekend I did report on there's an NBC journalist, Kat, who, again, leave all these people alone. I just like to say right out the gate, I don't want to play their tactics. We can't fall into their tactics. So please don't harass anybody. Me reporting on them doesn't give you license to go do that. You're going to do whatever you want to do. But I'd like to be very clear. I do not support and don't endorse, because I think we should just be civil, but call out the crap when we see it. And, that's what it is. Ignore, block, whatever. It's just not worth the time, because they want the engagement here. But at the same time, I want to report on this because I think it's important you know what's happening. And as I reported previously on Kat, who's an NBC reporter for Vito and Jody, in case you missed my last video, NBC did a whole documentary about Johnny, and it was completely biased nonsense crap. And it was made by these people at NBC, and one of which, the digital tech correspondent, was someone who had interviewed me months ago. And when she interviewed me, I recorded it because we made it clear we were recording a conversation, and she never used any sound bites of mine because I refused to go down her narrative, right? I didn't give her what she wanted. And instead, she just, oh, wow, yeah, I agree. Amber sucks. Yes. And then she completely jumped and twisted, and now is anti-Johnny and calling out all YouTubers for making money, and we're harassing everybody. We're a conspiracy theorists. And so I unleashed the video, the whole interview, so people could hear what a hypocrite this woman was, because I'm seeing her more and more out there literally calling us the Q. I don't want to say the word, but the Q group, who is super conspiracy theorists, as well as we're peddling.
The anonymous boys.
You know who I'm talking about. Basically, she was comparing us to them. All of this is starting to take off, and I thought, well, all right, this is one example, NBC, whatever. But no, guys, now CBS News and countless others today are reporting on a new online campaign of widespread targeted harassment of AH supporters. So this is written by Graham Cates. Graham is out there.
AH supporters.
Hold on, I gotta switch over to my account because sadly a lot of these people are already blocking me. So if I don't switch over, you won't be able to see some of this stuff.
They're like, oh God, Andy's gonna tell the truth. We have to stop him.
So here's Graham, who wrote the article. Anyone who stands for Amber in front of the firing line, you're not even low-hanging fruit. You're an easy target. Bot Sentinel report finds a campaign of widespread targeted harassment of herd supporters. And then he thanked this woman, Ella Dawson, who I've called out previously. I had a whole rant on Ella because she blames misogyny for why Johnny won. And then she called out me profiting off of her nonsense when, meanwhile, if you go to her account, if you go here and you go to her pages, it's all about Patreon. Support me on Patreon. Become my sugar daddy on Patreon.
Ooh,
all these people complain about getting, us getting paid, but then they're all about, pay me on my site. You can join today. Become a Patreon member, and then you go to the become a Patreon.
Everyone monetizes everything on the internet. You gotta
select
make money
the membership
to make this
level. Oh, please. Where was I love this one.
Gonna give you
I'm
$11 a
Look at this, Jody. Look at this.
$40? What?
I'm a rich, handsome benefactor.
for $20.
Oh, so
I've got money to burn, and I appreciate your snark. All these people are. I just can't stand that we're called grifters while these people aren't. Like, give me a freaking break. You're jealous. You all want money. That's what it's always about. And you're all concerned.
You can't ever say, "Oh, he's making money, so he's a bad guy." It's like, well, everybody's making money. What do you want?
It's part of the deal.
Capitalism.
Washington Post made a fortune off that op-ed. Welcome to the media. Anyway, so I can already tell based on the players that they're thanking that woman, Eve Barlow, Lindsay, and then Lindsay
the best people.
and Bouzy. I was like, oh god, all the worst people combined to then trick the media. Not even trick them. They're playing along, guys. It's insane. Toxic troll accounts used a variety of methods, from hashtag spamming to copy pasta, which is repeatedly copying and pasting, tweeting content to both amplify anti-her messaging and vilify her supporters.
Wait, you're telling me they pressed Control-C and then Control-V, Andy? Oh, my God. The horrible, the copy paste.
One method described that the report is intended to deceive Twitter's algorithms, involved in accounts spamming hashtags with slight misspellings. For instance, replacing the letter I with L, for instance. They do that all the time. Justice for Johnny Depp or Johnny spelled wrong is always there, too.
Why is that good? Why is that helpful?
Because then it's triggering off the hashtags. It's a bunch of bots that do it. And what's just funny about all this, and we're going to get to the hypocrisy in a second, it was proven that there are more bots on Amber's side than Johnny's. You can look it up.
Facts.
They've done 100 studies on it. The reality is that's the truth. But no, they're gonna take this report, and we'll get to the report in a second. Report confirmed that many observed anecdotally Heard supporters were attacked relentlessly, often with vulgar and threatening language. Offensive tweets, misogyny, doxing, and death threats were rampant in tweets targeting Heard supporters. And so I want to give a prank out to Skank Hunter, Skank Hunt 4, who was very quick to point out all of the harassment and doxing that they've done. Amber's group of people who dox us are called Shooters for Amber. And they're out there.
Oh, they got a secret group?
Yep. And they're out there trying to basically take us all down and dox us and reveal stuff. And then here's a bunch of just stuff they found that are just disgusting. I'm prepared to kill for Amber. I'm prepared to kill the judge himself.
Oh, my God.
Look at this stuff.
You can't say that.
I can't say any of this shit. It's atrocious. The only thing that woman did was let him keep breathing.
Well, they want him dead.
Dies.
They want to kill this
Camille
man.
dies. Camille?
This is the Amber supporters that CBS News and everybody else is supporting. F your dead mom to Johnny's dead mom on the stand. That Hispanic
Don't read that one.
Look at this.
Don't read that one.
That Hispanic see you next Tuesday really pissed me off with this lying H witness. Can you believe these are bravo to Christopher Bouzy, CBS News, for supporting these people. Now, the truth is, I'm sure there's a few people in the Johnny camp. There's a few people, we've learned this, Jody, in every sort of
There's
fandom.
toxicity on all
There's
sides.
There's toxicity everywhere. So you can't just focus out one and then ignore the other. But I would argue anybody who's going to do
let's be fair.
real research, it's this side that's way more toxic.
It's this side that's most toxic.
Way more toxic. I've witnessed it firsthand. As a Johnny, a supporter of the truth, I'm not out there doing any of this shit, and nor are the pros.
I
but
don't
they
want
try to
Amber
kind of
Heard
trick it all the time.
I know Andy doesn't, and I know Jody doesn't.
But what's so funny is
Whoa.
Okay, Jody.
No.
But what's so frustrating
joke.
as you go through Eve's, as I go through Eve's, which I hate to go through Eve's and give her the credit because that's what she wants. She likes the trend by being
That's
a
her
disruptor.
girlfriend, right?
Yeah. This is well. There's rumors they broke up. I'm waiting to confirm this, but we may. It's all gossip for now, but who knows? But she did a blog post about being alone in the city, so people are speculating that she may have actually had broken up with Amber. But my point of scrolling through this, Forbes anti-Heard campaign, one of the worst cases of cyberbullying. Jezebel, evidence reports of widespread anti-Heard harassment. The Daily Beast.
Where were they at when all these news articles was coming out about Johnny for 5 years, calling him a wife beater?
Daily Beast, Depp trolls contributed one of Twitter's worst cyberbullying. Here's Taylor Lorenz stepping up, Vito. We love her. CBS News.
Whenever they write these articles, you look at their methodology, and it's always like, well, we looked around, and it looked like some of the tweets were from bots, and therefore everybody was, setting up robots to attack Amber Heard, and you're always like, the numbers never line up. It's always like, no, you found like 12, 20 people who like maybe copy pasted some messages just because who knows why they copy pasted them. You don't know it's a robot or whatever else. And they claim that people are setting up these vast harassment targeting webs.
But Taylor Lorenz has been one of those vocal, similar to Kat Tembarge.
Yeah, she is awful.
There are
She's an
just
awful lady.
journalists that have been jumped from place to place. I've
She
tried to have
blocked
engagement
me.
with them, and I
blocked
actually
me
DM'd with her,
for
Vito. We talked
nothing.
about this. I know she
Yeah.
blocked you, but I DM'd and tried to have a civil conversation with this woman. I tried, let me get permission from my employer. I tried, ignored, denied, and then eventually I was
scared
like,
of the truth.
okay,
Scared
you
of
know,
the
you
truth.
clearly, you only want to
I
talk in
said
echo
to her,
chambers.
why is the Washington Post allowed to run ads on articles about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard? But if Andy, solicits super chats and runs ads on his videos, he's the scum of the earth. And then she just blocked me. She didn't even respond.
Of course.
I didn't even say it like you're a bad person. I'm just like, I feel like this is hypocritical the way you guys in the mainstream media think you're the only ones who are allowed to.
You know what
report
it
on
is,
these,
Vito?
Stories, and that there's an approved narrative that has to be followed. What is it, Jody?
You know what? It's the fact that they're jealous and upset that YouTubers
Yes.
are able to provide better coverage than they can. Or
Much better
the fact that it gets better coverage and more views than them. How is it the NBC and all these other news networks are like, why are we getting less views than Popcorn Planet on
How?
YouTube? What's this?
Why? Here, and it drives me nuts. I go, Andy, how is no one from MSNBC or any of these places gone? You are an expert news commentator, and we're going to give you a salaried job if you want one, or invite you on as a commentator or whatever. No, they hate us so much they don't want us to do anything, and it's crazy. They think they can defeat us just by being angry and calling us trolls and bots. And they hate that people love independent media because we tell it like it is.
Well, it's true. It's worth just because CBS News. You're getting that. You guys get the gist here now. All the reports all over, and they're getting all their friendly media contacts to report this and gang up, and they're doing exactly what the report is replying. And the most interesting thing about the report is it's made by this Chris Bouzy guy and bot Sentinel. And here, the disclaimer is very important. In 2020, Amber Heard's legal team contacted Bot Sentinel after we published our findings on the coordinated attack of Lisa Page. Amber Heard's legal team hired us to determine whether the social media agency against Miss Heard was organic or if there was some other explanation. They were Amber's client. So now we determined that a significant portion of the activity wasn't organic and put our findings in a report. In June 2022, we began re-examining the activity after the Depp versus Heard verdict. Neither Amber nor anyone from her team hired Bot Sentinel to review the activity. No one hired Bot Sentinel to compile and publish this report.
The bias is clear. Don't even take them seriously.
But
they're on one side.
They're also just lying because Eve Barlow, who's a part of where they got a lot of this activity, is her girlfriend.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that this isn't a biased report? It's absolutely absurd as you go through and they just pick and choose this nonsense without showing the other side at all, because you could easily fit a Bible-filled thing with the amount of abuse that Amber's team does. And it's insane. As you go to the CBS article, all these people are connected to Amber. And that Ella Dawson, who it's just funny. All these people I've had tiffs with who then block me and ignore me or don't have conversations always end up then in these articles together joining forces to peddle bullshit. Dawson is one of many Heard supporters on the receiving end of organized campaign of widespread targeted harassment. I never did that to her. I never did. I called her out because she called me out for getting paid. And then I called it out very civilly, was like pointed out all the ways she got paid. And then I was harassing her. Because she's a woman is now the other thing that they're going to throw out a lot. Anyway, Eve Barlow's mentioned in this too. All the people mentioned this article that he's thanking, whatever. They're all connected to Amber. It's all Barlow. There it is. Report highlighted tweets targeting Barlow, among others, with offensive language. So you're telling me you didn't work with Eve Barlow on this study? Okay, got it. No one on Amber's team, but except for her. This is ridiculous.
All you have to do is dig deep beneath, just slightly beneath the surface level, and discover all this. But they're relying on people to look at headlines and to try to conform people's opinions.
Absolutely. I mean, I could spend a whole hour showing you how awful Eve Barlow is. I'm sort of.
You know what? It's because they know people generally are just dumb. They'll look at a headline, they'll read maybe one or two sentences, and be like, "Oh yeah, that's right. You're right. You're right." It's all here for people to see the truth. I'm curious, why is it like this? What's the point of all this? Why are people taking this side after we've seen the court, the documents, the facts? We've seen Amber on the stand and all of the face and mannerisms she was making and the lies and the stuttering. After everything that we've seen, why is there still a large group of people who are still saying that there's some kind of coup or some bias and bullying going on? Why can't they just see the truth for what it is? Why is this a thing? Is this politics? Is this social wokeness? What is this? Oh, women teaming up?
It's misogyny and conspiracy theory.
Well, also, I think there's a big part of
According
people
to them.
love to jump to conclusions. A lot of people jump to conclusions with Johnny Depp, and they just can't accept that they did a dumb thing, and they didn't wait for evidence. They blindly trusted what they were told. And smart people have, learned if they made that mistake, well, wait for evidence, wait to see what comes out. A lot of times, these stories are misleading, but there's some people who are so humiliated that they got it wrong that they have to convince themselves in their mind, no, I was right all along. They said Johnny Depp was an abuser. I believe them, and that's the truth. And I never want to change my mind or consider new information because that would mean I'm dumb because I got it wrong initially. Be willing to change your mind. If anything, it's a sign of being a smart person.
It's wisdom.
If new evidence can emerge, you can go, oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that that's what actually happened.
Yes.
I don't have to go with my gut instinct. I can now change my opinion. It doesn't mean you did something wrong. It means you didn't have all the information at first. But some people do not have the emotional wisdom.
Is it hard-headedness, arrogance that people?
Yes.
Once people make their mind up, okay, I'm Team Amber. What are the odds that person, even with new information and new facts coming to them, is willing to change their mind for the sake of the truth?
No, they won't change their mind.
That's just stubborn.
Yeah. They're biased.
So just stubborn people being stubborn.
A lot of people are that way. A lot of people,
crazy.
believe something, regardless of what evidence and information.
Regardless if it's true, regardless of the facts.
It's what they heard first, or usually that it fits their preconceived narrative. A lot of people in their mind, they go, "There's no way an attractive, white blonde woman would ever lie about anything." And you go, "What do you?" All right, I mean, you can believe that and you can live your life that way, but here is some very clear evidence that even attractive young women can lie.
Here, I was trying to find the thread because it's just they all blame. There it is. So she's trying to because we made fun of this reporter's Valley voice, but there was more than that. And then they'd prefer not to hear any woman's voice. This is the argument. So this is cat.
It's a woman versus everybody.
Correct. So
men.
Meanwhile, she didn't listen to me. Like, she literally tricked me, refused to acknowledge me, didn't hear from me. I gave her 20 minutes of time in an interview, complete waste of my time, didn't care about what I said, and refuses to accept that Johnny Depp was the victim in the relationship, which he was, because he's a man. They are going to paint it this way forever, and that's what's so terrifying about all this. And it's not even really even about that woman who I don't want to keep saying AH. Like, the fact that these reports are now listening to Eve Barlow, another woman whose name I really don't want to say. But the fact that they're listening to her over this is even more problematic because here's Eve refusing to get kicked out of the courtroom when she's literally lying during courtroom. And here's Elaine basically tricking the court system here. She's basically Eve's been interrupting the court with false info to get Johnny's witnesses removed. Elaine's then trying to get all of Johnny's rows pushed back, even though they did nothing. She keeps glancing back to see, well, what can we do? And then both parties agree to move the people. Johnny's team, frustratingly, does it, plays along, just because they're trying to get rid of Eve. They move instantly, right? The whole team moves instantly. Here's Elaine. Basically, Eve Barlow won't move. Eve's still talking. Eve won't move. This was just such a telling moment of this woman. She's right here.
I don't wanna. I'm important.
Who they also lied to the judge and said she wasn't there in the beginning. She's been there the whole time. And now she's like, let me come up for a sidebar. And trying to sneak in some information. Look at her rushing up to speak before, and then of course trying to say, wait, what's this sneakery? They gotta walk up, move,
hey, yo, Bailey,
and then finally she's like, move, and look at this as the judge waiting for Eve to do this. This is disgusting. And then finally she's pushed back because she refused, and we'll do it. This is the person we're arguing with. This person literally cropped a old Instagram post to trick one of Johnny's witnesses to ask if they'd seen the trial, which they weren't supposed to ask or have to deal with. And complete liar, awful, toxic person who's been doxing Umbrella Guy, etc. else, and this is the person that CBS, Forbes, all these sites are defending. It blows my mind. I don't even know what to say anymore because it's all nonsense. But
she's a trusted source. Not
all these trusted sources. But guys, shit gets even crazier. You ready? So I want to show because
I'm already scared.
Well, get ready, Jody. Want to hear from one of these people? Let's hear from one of these people. You ready?
Yes, I do.
So one of these
hear
people,
this.
and welcome Lewis. Hey, Lewis. Sorry, I've been trying to get through.
Lewis.
It's Dude's Day.
Hey, Sausage Fest. Let's give it up.
I want to. Now they posted this themselves. This was posted on, and they left a lot of information on. I want to go through sort of Umbrella Guy's take because he does a little bit better of a job.
Wait, who posted this themselves?
The Amber people. In fact,
they
no, I guess we can.
their own 911 calls?
Correct. Listen.
What are they, stupid?
You ready for this nonsense? And yes, they posted this.
Warren County 911.
Oh, I didn't mean to call 911. Is there a non-emergency number I could call?
This is a non-emergency number.
Oh, okay. I'm hoping you could help me out. My name is Richie Albertini. I'm calling from Los Angeles, and I'm having a little problem. My first question would be is if I need to file a criminal complaint, do I need to come to Tennessee to do it?
I'm not sure. That'll have to be something an officer can help you out with.
All right. Well, let me kind of tell you what's going on. You've got a local resident there by the name of Matthew Lewis.
Oh, no.
Now that's the Umbrella Guy. He's finally sort of given up and
He's like, fine, I've been
F
doxxed,
it.
whatever.
It is what it is, but they just doxed him. And Umbrella Guy posted this, so I the only reason I'm sharing is because he's posted
Fair
it.
enough. Fair enough.
He's also known as that Umbrella Guy. He is witness tampering in a very high-profile
Lies.
case, making criminal threats, doxing
Lies.
people, and doing podcasts that are putting people in serious danger.
All lies.
I know this might sound like an outrageous phone call.
Yeah, it is. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, well, I like an Umbrella said too, but as soon as anybody who has to say this, usually you're probably probably is outrageous.
How is he witness tampering? Was this while the case was going on?
There's no evidence presented, and he hasn't. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Richie Albertini. I am a key witness in the.
I am a key witness in the Johnny Depp Amber Heard.
Who is this guy?
Who are you? Who are you? What's your name?
Who?
I'm a key witness. What is this? What world do we live in?
Was
Get
this
me out of
guy
here.
in the
Where's the
case?
DeLorean? Vito, you got the keys to the DeLorean? Start it up.
Let's hit it.
Out of here, bro.
He is
We're
a
going to
key
17.
witness.
Now
I've been trying to look this guy
Back
up.
in
He
town.
was on a witness list. Apparently, they never activated him. I don't know why.
Calling the police.
No,
Man.
He's not a
who this
crucial
guy
witness
is.
if he didn't even get called to the stand.
But he's calling the police. He's wasting police
So he feels-
resources,
he feels
dispatch
like-
resources to file a complaint and with lies.
Does he think Umbrella Guy threatened him specifically?
Shall we hear more?
Yes.
There's many dynamics to this.
There's many
There's
dynamics.
Many different situations going on. But this guy is making criminal threats on a podcast against myself and other
Oh, I
witnesses.
can't wait to hear this.
It's kind of late at night. I just found out about this. I'm not able to get a hold of my attorney right now.
Yeah, right. I'm sure the whole legal his whole legal
I
team.
guarantee there's no way Umbrella Guy is making criminal threats on a
We
podcast.
at least wanted to get
He's not-
this on record that this is happening.
What's happening?
Idiot. If you
What's
know who it
happening?
is and he's making criminal threats, that is an emergency. You do call 911 when someone is threatening you
What's
live
the
on
threat?
air.
Tell me
What's
what
the
the
threat?
threat is.
Exactly. Well, it's complicated, Vito. It's very a
Did he
lot of
say he's gonna
dynamics,
hit
and
you?
it's
Did he
late
say
at
he's gonna
night, and I
stab
have to
you?
still talk to my lawyer.
Oh.
But
Okay.
What did he say he was
I
going
love
to
it.
do
The
exactly?
lady's like, okay.
Oh, the address he's at.
Okay.
I believe I do. Let me take a look.
She's probably like, what the fuck is an Amber Heard
I
Johnny
can't tell
Depp
you for
trial?
sure
Most
it's a
people
good-
do not care about this.
I can't tell you for sure if it's a good address, but I'll tell you what I've basically found online through people doxing him.
Address, but I'll tell you what I have.
Now, this is not his address.
Thank God.
You guys must have a great town there. You know why? When I first
An emergency. This is a threat, Jody. But let's ham it up with the dispatcher.
called,
I'm in fear for my life. Let's have a little
for-
conversation.
I got a voicemail saying you guys are
Trying to pick
closed.
up.
Oh, Lord, yeah. It transfers over. to
Oh,
our
Lordy,
dispatch.
Lordy.
Well, I'll be honest with you. The reason I'm going to be traveling and I'm looking for a new place to live because.
Oh,
none
he
of
tries
us
to-
want-
Oh my God!
Is he
I'll buy
flirting?
property where you're at.
Is he
Thank you for
flirting
taking
with
my
her?
call. I'm gonna buy some property in that state because
My God.
that's a big difference between L.A. and what is this, Tennessee?
Tennessee.
The cops in Tennessee probably don't have much to do,
Yeah.
but you wouldn't get this far in L.A. making this call.
Anymore.
I understand.
What a waste of
Let me
time.
see if I can find you the address.
Didn't
I
come
know I
prepared.
have it.
Richard
no phone number for the
Albertini.
guy.
There's no phone number for the guy that I can
I'm
find.
100% sure he planned to say
If
lawyer.
I call right back, will you answer again?
It'll be me or another dispatcher, but we'll know what's going on.
Okay, I'm
Let
gonna.
me
I'm gonna
make sure I have his name. You did say a William Lewis, is
no,
that right?
Matthew Lewis. Hang on, I know I have his address, and I prefer.
I know
not
I've
to.
doxed him before. Hold on.
Apparently, they doxed his grandfather's
Yes,
address.
that's
Good
where-
work,
your
guys.
spoiler alert, Vito.
How big is your
Yeah.
town?
How big is?
It's actually really
What on
small.
earth is this?
What an idiot.
Is he trying to
blown
hook
away.
up?
Okay,
What the-
it sounds like a hookup call to me. They take away the address. Thank God. Now the
Blown
address
away.
they're providing, as Tug has revealed, is his grandfather's house. So you have like this
Yeah.
elderly man who's done nothing wrong, who's
Cops show
constantly
up.
being
Are you harassing Amber
harassed
Heard
with
on the
cops
internet?
pulling up because they're like, we need to stop Umbrella Guy. And this is who we're defending, the lunatics, complete lunatics.
One of the things that I noticed is apparently you guys have had some experience with this guy in
What's the threat, dude? Can you tell me what else have you called?
the past.
Oh, okay.
He's a guy who the police have been called on. I
This
guess,
is
nearly-
so irrelevant.
No, this is telling. He's
There's
revealing
nothing.
that they've called on him numerous times. Literally, Amber fans have called numerous times, wasting the police's time calling on him. Why? Because of YouTube videos? I watch his YouTube videos. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. He
If
never
there's a threat, you
doxes or
can
does
just show us
anybody.
the threat.
He
You would
just
have-
talks about the stuff. He never puts
Yeah.
people's personal information up. This is nonsense. And if there's a threat, tell us what the damn threat is.
times. He's an internet agitator.
He's not going to threaten
He's an
anyone.
internet agitator. I guess I got to put that in my my bio now, right?
You crime.
Yeah.
What is he's
got some kind of stupid podcast.
stupid podcast
Where he's kind of
This guy's
filled
never
with
been
gossip,
and nonsense.
slander, and nonsense. I mean, we should change it to Popcorn Planet. This is Popcorn Planet, the home of gossip, slander, and nonsense from an internet agitator.
You know what this is? This is a middle-aged man who's never been made fun of on the internet before, and he's like doesn't know what to do about it. So you don't understand? They're making fun of me on the internet, and they're like, "Sir, that's not
Sir,
a
what's
crime,
the internet?"
exactly."
Yeah. I just can't even, like, this isn't a criminal. You're wasting a dispatcher's time with nothing. You've given us nothing criminal. There's no thing that he's done. Gossip is not something you call 911 for. This is absurd waste of time.
Nonsense. But what's happened in this particular case
Okay, here we
is
go.
he interfered, and he's still interfering with ongoing cases. And he's making some pretty substantial...
Case is over, buddy. She lost.
Basically,
He's not involved. Here's the thing. Tug's not involved in the case. He's not a witness.
Correct.
He's not anyone who's being called. He can do whatever he wants and say whatever he wants about
Correct.
the case. He can say the witnesses are all stupid. He has no he is under no obligation to the court. He has not been summoned to the court in any respect. So he's not. You can't accuse him of witness tampering because he has no relation to the case.
Correct. Thank you. Fact, couldn't have said it better myself. There's nothing here. Just because you're a witness doesn't give you the authority to now call the police and report him because he's interfering with ongoing cases.
I mean, he can't
this is
threaten
like
people,
lying.
But what is the threat?
Isn't this
I
against the
guarantee
law?
there's no threat.
Like, isn't there something against the law, like wasting and falsifying
Yeah,
911
it is.
reports? Like,
Well, dumb people call the cops all the time because they don't
Ugh.
understand the law. So
This
if
is
we made that illegal,
That address popped
there'd be a
up.
lot of people in trouble.
He's
No, you can get in trouble for calling
You
911
can.
when
You
there's
can
an emergency.
if you
they
waste
have the
their
time to come and get
if-
you.
Yeah, if you know you're wasting their time.
this guy
In
seems
LA,
like
they don't care. They don't have the time to come and get you for making
They
bad
would've
night. But
hung
in
up
Tennessee,
already.
they might.
in Tennessee. All right, here we go. This is he's claiming he doesn't care, guys.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm
Bruh,
sure he doesn't care.
Not only do you care, this is your life.
Correct.
You
Yeah, I
are
think it's
consumed
all
by
you
this.
care about.
Because I don't care. I'm a man. This guy could say anything
I'm a man.
I'm amazed.
he wants to say about
This guy can say whatever he wants to say about me.
Bro.
I'm not gonna trip out, dude. You're tripping out. You are tripping out, my man.
but some of the victims that he's attempting to intimidate right now happen
Victims.
to be women.
Oh, did you hear this?
Man,
Some of the victims he's intimidating right now happen to be women.
Intimidate how? Witness intimidation has a clear definition, like telling someone, if you testify, I'm going to break your legs. It's not, I make fun of you online because you're a part of a public trial. Like, yeah, that goes along with it. It's public.
Ladies, if you ever encounter a guy that sounds like this or acts like this, run away. This is very common in Los Angeles. They're called simps, and they're like, you could totally see through them. As soon as you're alone with them, your pants, they will try to get into. Trust me. So look out. Just some love advice from Lewis Love.
They didn't even let this guy testify because he's clearly insane. They had him lined up as a witness, and they're like, no one's gonna like this nut job.
There's a lot of them, Jody, in LA.
Bro, this is a bona fide loser. When they got nothing else better to do than call the police on a YouTuber because he don't like his opinion, bro. How is it that we can sit up here and entertain calls, and you can make calls and have police show up at doorsteps and you're doxing people, mostly off of YouTube, but we don't get that same. It seems like people protect people better on like Twitter and on Instagram because they don't go this far towards people who are on Twitter tweeting. But for YouTubers, they seem to go above and beyond to stalk, harass, and hate. I can't, for a human being to go this far in his life, to saying all this BS and making these phone calls in another man's life, worried about another man. He say he a man, right? But you're obsessed with another man. And that is unmanly. Do your own thing and live your own life. This right here makes me sick to my stomach. Like, what is 2022 come to? It's at a point where social media gives people power. They feel like they have the ultimate weapon in their hands from their smart device, and they can do anything that they want because people that do this type of stuff don't get punished. You need to start punishing people for doing this troll doxing behavior. We need a law that makes people get fined or go to jail for doxing. This is not cool. Dude clearly has a YouTube channel. He don't even show his face on his YouTube channel, so he really doesn't want to be known. And then you dox him, his address, all that type of stuff. That's not cool. People will show up to your door and shoot you just because they don't like your opinion. And now you got his address out there.
Jody and the rest of the fellas, I don't say this because I'm kind of like from the 80s, so I'm like the last stuff I brush off. I've had people call my job and say, do you know that Lewis that works for you is a toxic YouTuber? I'm not shopping there no more.
What is that?
My boss laughs at it. Okay, we laugh at it, but not my boss, but you know where I'm at, Jody.
We did. They left
something.
That's ridiculous, bro.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous. Yeah. Don't get in the way of my money, my livelihood. I make a living off of this, and you trying to cut off where I feed my family and eat and stuff, bro. That's not cool.
That's not cool, dude. But luckily there's people that got that number and they're not falling for it anymore. So
I would like to see the law changed in a way that you can better protect your address from people who want to spread it online.
It's weird. You could Google and find that shit anywhere. I had someone show up. I had someone
I've
call.
Been doxxed.
Yeah, people have called and found or looked, and usually it's wrong, but there's a couple that get it right. And they just, it's like, guys, don't do it. Like, if you call one of us somehow and you found our number, we are going to immediately hang up on you, block your number, and think you're crazy. That is not how you reach out to somebody and be like, yeah, I just Googled until I found a cell number, and then I randomly called you, and hey, let's be friends, or can you promote this? I assure you, I will never promote you if that's the method you proceed, because it just looks like you got a screw loose. Like, I'm sorry, that's not how it's done. Don't show up to someone's house. Someone showed up. I hope I'm not speaking out of turn. Someone close to the show. Well, I guess it's, I hope, Amy Goodhart, who lives in the building that people know she lives in that building. You know what I mean? That the ECB. And she told me the other day, like, someone tried to show up and, like, tell the front desk, like, hey, she knows I'm coming. It's a surprise. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, my gosh.
Dude, whoever that was, that's scary, like, bro. That's scary shit. Stop. Like, you're now going to get on a block list because that's stalker level stuff. You don't show up to people's houses. And anybody on the internet who provides this kind of stuff is sick. It's totally sick. I got
think
especially if you got a family.
Doxing is like one of the worst things you could do, and it's like I don't want to say the human toe's name, but I remember him going on the longest tirade. He's trying to tell people I revealed his ad. I will never ever do that. That is like a line you just don't cross. You never give away someone's address or personal information. Never done it. I go so far. You don't do that with DMs. You don't do it with any of it. There's a line we all have to say it. So I got pissed at that stupid Stranger Things kid. It's just we got to start learning like this is not okay. And I agree with you all. There needs to be clear laws. Like if this happens, like serious fines, something, or if you're caught doing this, there's actually like a threat to it because Twitter, the internet, they don't give a shit. Speaking of which, right now, a perfect opportunity to remind you, oh my God, guys, I will never ask for your phone number or tell you to text me in the comments on YouTube. My God, please stop telling me it's not real. If you see a Popcorn Planet logo with WhatsApp, message me, text me with my information.
Text this number and win a free PlayStation.
I'm like, I've tried everything. I've said it in multiple videos. Please don't be dumb. Don't send it to me. I'm well aware. I've been trying with YouTube. It's out of my hands. But guys, be smart. I'm never gonna.
Do you get the comments from people where they go? One guy was like, Vito, I'm not sure if this is real, but I do really want an Xbox. And I'm like, no, dude, it's not real.
Just like Johnny Depp's not. Johnny Depp is not ever going to be live on YouTube, and Johnny Depp is never going to respond to your comments. Johnny Depp's not on YouTube. He's only on a
he'll
handful
call
of stuff.
You if
he's not on YouTube.
To my number.
Johnny Depp and WhatsApp numbers, they are fraudulent. There's little 3 dots. Click it. Report it as spam. You have my word. I will never ask you to WhatsApp me or text me here or pay for me here. You will hear from me directly on the show. Go to my link tree for the approved ways to contact me, and we'll get to more of that. But my link tree is pinned down below. But please, guys, if you see them, report them for me because YouTube was doing nothing, and it's really scary because I know a lot of you have been tricked by it or whatever.
It should be easy for them to filter it out. I don't know why they don't.
They refuse to filter it out. It's getting really out of hand. It happens on a lot of channels now. But they'll steal my logo and then it'll say WhatsApp me here for mentorship. Guys, it's not me. I will never. I don't engage to that many comments. It's
that
way
being
too much
said,
work.
I am running a limited time special where if you subscribe to my channel, you get a dinner date with Johnny Depp. So head over to youtube.com/Vito and subscribe. But everything else is a scam.
Yes.
Hold on, let me
so let's finish this audio tape. Let's hear more of this crazy.
Okay.
So he's intimidating women.
Okay. If not, that's okay. We
What-
may be able to find it.
Okay, yeah, I can't find it right now. I just happen to know his name is Matthew Lewis. He went and trademarked himself under the name That Umbrella Guy. Let me see what else.
Okay, you've told me
You guys
nothing.
can take a look at it and give me a call back. I would love.
Yeah, we're gonna sit here and listen to a 2-hour podcast.
We're gonna go watch exactly
loser,
like
to figure out how you got
hours of
threatened.
content to figure out what's legal and what's not. That's how unhinged this guy is.
Bro, you gotta
Please.
download it. If there's
Check-
a threat, it's on you to tell the cop. Listen, there's about 200 hours of podcasts. I'm gonna need you guys to listen to all of them.
Please take
and see if
detailed
there's a legal
notes.
issue there. Yeah, no, we don't have time for this, sir.
His next phone call is
Unreal.
Amber. I doxed the Umbrella Guy. You want to go out for some coffee?
Wanna be my girlfriend?
I can't even. This is scary shit, though, guys.
We really,
Yeah.
We need to stop this guy until Monday. Go in there and kill him. Lock him up.
Like, I love that he just thinks this dispatcher's like with him on it.
Yeah.
You can just tell the dispatcher's like,
She's rolling.
She's like, sir, you can't call in and say there's an evil podcast. What are they going to do? Detain the guy until Monday? Because on your word alone,
It's
you got to
such
give
a
some
waste of
evidence,
resources.
buddy.
Oh, I got
We
it.
need to
oh,
stop
here he goes.
this guy.
He got the address.
Yeah, go ahead.
The last known address that we have.
I'm not even
I'm
sure.
not even sure if his name is Lewis Matthew or Matthew Lewis.
Probably
Maybe it's
not
Lewis.
Matthew.
It's a combination of that.
He lives at
Okay, good. They redacted the other number.
When he said we need to stop this guy, what did he mean? Like arrest him?
Yeah,
Don't
they
knock
wanted
his
to
door
detain
open,
him.
take him out of his
I
house,
don't know, man.
hog tie him.
I don't know, man. It's
We gotta
crazy.
stop this guy.
Send a police sniper. He's podcasting right now.
Oh my God, he's live! Hurry up!
Podcast
Somebody
is
call the
inside
cops!
the house.
I called
Get
you
the
last
SWAT
week.
team ready.
He's
Get the
still a
straps.
menace. He's a menace to the women of YouTube.
Do you know what the name of the podcast is?
it's called That Umbrella Guy.
What a plug.
That umbrella guy?
Yeah.
He's getting plugs everywhere.
I know he's got to put this in like a
All
mashup.
right, and you said that's what he's trademarked his name under?
Yes, and he's working.
I know.
If he has an opening for his channel, it's got to be like his name is that
Oh,
umbrella guy.
Hey, who's this? Who's this guy he's talking about from Los Angeles? Who's that? Andy, who's he talking about?
It's some other guy named Mario.
Oh,
yeah. I know. We all were like, oh, wait, who is it?
Oh no, it's a Mario.
Well, we're going to go to that in a second. Mario Nitrini.
N-I-T-R-I.
Mario has now shared, I don't know, Mario, I'm not familiar, but he has shared a lot of threatening emails. Here's where it gets interesting. Hold on, I'm trying to make sure you don't, I don't want to show this guy's phone number.
Okay. Now, is this a good
phone number for you to reach at? I'm not showing this on air. Yeah, blah, blah. I don't want to see it. I kind of want to call the phone number, guys.
So do I.
I also want.
Should we call the phone number right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to call the phone number right now. All right,
Make sure you're blocked.
Give him an honest
I'm
interview.
gonna mute it. I'm gonna mute it because I'm not. I don't know if I have his permission. Let's see. *67 213. What's
Don't
this guy's
say
name?
it. Don't.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Thank you.
What don't say
I did, that's it.
it.
That's all I said. There's
It's
a lot of
213.
213s. I mean, it's on online. He posted it.
619592222. There. Now there's a million numbers everywhere. I don't know what
55.
anything is.
I mean, the
Hold on,
number's out there.
Vito's
I don't,
number.
the guy's. All
Let me
right,
get
here we go. Hold on. I'm muting myself for a second.
Well, now that Andy's been muted, let's take over the show.
I'm sure he can.
Tell me to
still
be
hear
quiet.
us.
Hold on.
Oh, let me see. Put on speaker.
We're ringing. It's ringing.
Probably
He's gonna come
watching.
for us.
It's ringing.
This is epic.
I'm scared. Hold my hand, Jody.
Vito, get in here.
I'm so scared.
He answered the phone. Put on speaker.
You can't.
We can't hear nothing that he's saying. So he's mute right now because
his permission. He's respecting him.
God, guys, call him live. We're watching Andy call this guy live. It's a Los Angeles area code 213, and it looks like he's having a conversation with the guy, trying to see if he'll consent to being recorded or being on air, which is going to be good content for everybody here, including those of you guys watching from home. This is incredible. Good thing that *67 happened because he will truly try to wreck Andy's life.
Andy doesn't have.
Okay,
a smile,
so he
huh?
refused to. So there we go. You guys there?
Yeah.
Yes.
He answered. Again, I'm not. Don't harass this guy. I didn't harass him. I
we
asked
don't-
if I wanted to. I basically just said, hey, I told him who I was. He wanted a callback number. I was like, hell no.
Yes. Good.
Hell no. But I said, no, I don't have a callback number, but we're live. I'm not going to put you on unless you want permission. But I wanted to get your response on Tug. Where, I saw you post this out there. Would you like to have comment? And he said, no comment. He's going to let the FBI and the police look into it. So I said, no worries.
The FBI and the
Are
police.
you sure? I said, are you
And
sure?
the
Any
president-
comment you want to offer? He said, no, we're good. And I said, okay. And I hung up. Please don't harass this guy. Don't harass this guy. I was not trying to harass him. He posts. I don't know why he shared it with his phone number, but I think he wanted the attention. But he doesn't seem to want the attention right now.
But did he?
But
Did he
that's
actually
it. Not
post
going to
this
call.
himself?
Not calling her.
public.
Just for the
This is-
record. Just
this is
for hold on.
crazy.
Wait. Nobody call this guy and bother him. I'm serious because
I don't
you will
wanna
get
call him,
arrested.
no.
You will get in trouble because that's harassment. I think that's what he wants. I just wanted to, as a media contact, get his comment for the record. He doesn't
Yeah,
want to give
plus-
a comment. If you change your mind, Richard, you can hit me up on social media and let me know, and I'll call you back if you'd like to be a comment. If you don't have a comment, fair enough. I will give you my comments moving forward on what I think of this.
Understand why Andy's
it's
saying that
crazy.
is because in this video the number is actually there. So when you see the number, he's telling you do not use the number. to
correct.
call
Did he
him.
actually post this himself? I'm
I think
confused.
this is public information.
I think
Yeah.
this must have been a public.
But they
records
pulled the
call.
addresses, but he did not choose to pull. He could have easily blurred his name and his phone
But did
number.
he post it?
His
How did he-
the Amber teams have. He gave it to them apparently. That's what Tug said. Maybe I'm
I don't
incorrect.
know.
Either way, I'm not sharing his personal information. I have no interest in doing that. But this has now become a public record that's been posted.
So
Well, there you go. Another amazing show in the books. Thanks to everybody who donated, and thanks to my haters who allowed me to bring up our GoFundMe. Yes, we're still accepting donations. If you want to help fund the studio because you want to be a part of it, you can. My fans asked, I delivered, and boy, have you guys delivered. You guys can be a part of the studio. It would be amazing to say this was all crowdfunded by you guys. You guys made it happen. If you want to, you can hit the GoFundMe link in my link tree to meet the goal. We're so close, and I'm so grateful to all you guys who have been supporting and buying things off the wish list or off the GoFundMe to be a part of this next phase of Popcorn Planet. Yes, we got so much coming in the weeks to come. I'm so excited to debut it soon. So much gear coming in. It's going to be unreal. We're going to end up going 4K, baby. I'm so grateful for all you guys and your support watching this show and so much more. We're going to port over to Nerd Report now, so check them out. If you missed it, keep staying tuned by hitting subscribe. If you want to hit the join button, you'll be able to catch the full replay of all the other portions of this live stream. We hang here every day for a few hours if you like hanging out with us. Become a member. If you missed it, you can catch the replay, or just catch us when we go live. It's usually between 1 or 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, depending on how the news is going. We see you here every day, weekday, here on the show. Appreciate you guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks again for watching here on Popcorn Planet.